Ah!
And oh Jesus, and actual recording right about now. It's time to sync. Right, left, right, left, right, left.
Go
Awesome.
to school.
Don't say that, because that just shows how much the years went by. It makes me sad.
You're right. Oh, holy crap. Oh, holy crap. I can't believe school's starting in less than 2 freaking weeks. It's so weird.
I would have joined in on that, but I literally
What?
forgot how it goes.
Long lit. No, I'm just kidding. God.
Let's play. Whoa!
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You all. Oh, that's great.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's totally okay. I'm gonna keep all that in. You all may call me Ashu, and I'm joined with.
Skinny mini. I'm fine.
Are you sure you're good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And welcome back to Let's Play the Great Ace Attorney Adventures.
Woo.
Ooh, last time we left off, we met the English woman, and she says there's no way I could have done anything, and this and that, and nothing's odd about this photo. No, nothing at all. Except, what the hell's that thing on his wrist? That seems something odd, I would say. Present.
Yes.
Look at this, here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist.
That is true. It looks almost like a burn of some description.
Objection!
Oh dear me, I was pondering what new piffle you would come up with. The hell's a... Okay, piffle. A burn, you say? On the victim's wrist? Clearly that has nothing whatsoever to do with the magnificent lady's handbag.
God, shut up.
Yes, that is a burn mark. You're right. Huh.
Go on, Inspector.
The police coroner also noticed it when he was performing the post-mortem examination. It was deemed unrelated to the cause of death, so he didn't note it in his report. What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea what the victim suffered, when the victim suffered the burn, do we? And no possible way of knowing either.
The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shape of his mark. However, as Prosecutor Aoji points out, unless a firm connection to the case can be shown, I cannot allow any further time to be spent on the precise details of this burn.
Ugh.
British words.
Excuse me, Your Excellency. It would seem Miss Brett has a lunch appointment with the dean and other university staff. She would like to know if she may be excused from the stand now. Oh, of course, dear lady. We shan't hold you any longer. And quite sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling anyway.
What's your thinking on this, Ryanosuke? Do you believe this burn does have something to do with this case?
To be honest, I'm not really sure. But if I don't keep pushing, then it's all over. So I was thinking I should keep digging and digging in the hope that I might uncover something useful.
Yes. Right.
I am?
If we could just link that burn to the case. If we can do that, we might be able to prise this shutting door back open again.
Ugh. Don't just give up, Council! You can't possibly hope to do that!
Indeed, I am afraid that without evidence, I can't allow you to pursue what is little more than conjecture. But if we had evidence... evidence that irrefutably links the burn on the victim's wrist to the case, then would you allow it? I would, yes. To tell the truth, I hadn't noticed that burn. But as soon as you pointed it out, I did notice was the color draining from Miss Brett's face.
Really? I had to find some link between that burn and the case. This is a moment of truth. It's time to find some evidence that proves what that burn really means.
So then, the defense will now present its evidence to the court. The evidence that demonstrates an inextricable connection between the victim's burn and this trial. Don't know, not your badge, please.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely the badge, right? I would like to say... which one is it? Hold on. Not this photo. Let me see this. Ah, yeah. If you guys take a look at the crime scene photograph, you might see a little something that's, you know, familiar looking. So let's present the crime scene photograph.
Yes!
What's this, Counsel? Yet another print?
Yes, Your Excellency. I believe photographic prints are an amazing invention. When we humans look at a scene, we miss things. But in a photograph, well, things we may have overlooked at the time are recorded forevermore. Oh, do hurry up, rookie! What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further really would be quite inexcusable. Well, actually, we may need you to stay with us a little longer if you don't mind, Miss Brett. You see, it's very clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have the unusually shaped burn on his wrist? The reason is recorded here forevermore. What? How?
Objection!
You can't fool me with your little bluffs, boy! If that's your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. What is it in this photograph that explains the reason for the victim's burn? Well, kind of like I just showed when we were presenting, we see the same mark on, oh my god, sorry, my controller's being stupid again. That's actually gonna worry me. It's like, I'm about to push start and it goes, whoop! But yeah, is it on the plate? Yeah, it's on the plate itself. I thought it was on, like, the wooden thing. No, but it's on the plate. And it's the same mark.
Yep.
I don't know how
Right
to push
there.
X, apparently.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Yeah. The beefsteak? Actually, the point is the metal plate the steak was served on.
The plate? Ah!
Your Excellency, are you alright? As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. A fire emblem? I still gotta play that.
Dude.
I would guess it's some sort of trademark of La Carnaval. Oh! This emblem on the plate.
Yeah.
And the victim's burn. Excuse me so much. are exactly the same shape! Ah!
Ryunosuke, you genius.
You're spot on. Which means the victim must have suffered this burn while he was present at the restaurant.
Oh my god.
But even if that's the case, we can't know if it happened on a day in question or not. It could have been the day before, or the day before that. It most likely happened at some other time, some other unrelated time. Well,
Objection!
Sadly, Prosecutor Ouchie, the chances of that are extremely slim.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Why?
The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hosonaga?
I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, certainly. But! I would say, looking at the picture of the wound, that it wasn't suffered very long ago. And, although it's not a particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out. This was no mild burn, that's for sure. Can you be more specific, Inspector? Well, let's see. If the plate was at around 90 degrees centigrade, what the hell did I say? 90 degrees centigrade, a burn like that would have been taken around 3 seconds.
It's inconceivable that the victim would have let out a scream of pain then. That don't make no sense.
It really doesn't. I'm trying to wonder. Never mind. I've been investigating at the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all. As the head waiter of La Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation. I love he kind of flaunted his position to. Head waiter. I've only been there for a couple weeks. So it's like, okay.
Like, sir, you're a detective. They kind of have to.
But you're a detective, not a waiter!
My point exactly.
Yes!
Well, there you have it. Something isn't right here. As the detective said, anyone who burnt themselves on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds would scream in pain. Unless they're a masochist. There's no question of that.
And yet Inspector Hosonaga never heard the professor scream. Not on that day or any before it.
That's right. And the strange thing is, on the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either.
What are you suggesting?
Well, if the professor had carelessly laid his wrist on a plate for anything like 3 seconds that day,
That would be beyond careless, I think, Counsel.
then the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, the sergeant, and the old antiques dealer, all of us would, without any question, would have heard him scream. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Ouchie? Well, yes, I suppose. So, the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Watson scream? Ugh!
Sorry, the vibration on my Switch is so... I don't know why it's so hard, but like, if you hear like... that's what that was.
I mean, that's one of the things I do like about the actual controllers is it has the HD rumble thing, and it's cool. But yeah, sometimes it's like, calm down.
Yes. I almost don't believe it. Ryunosuke, do you think?
Can it really be true? I never dreamt we'd arrive at a conclusion like this, but I'm starting to think that maybe we've been led into a terrible trap.
Uh-oh. Oh my god!
Wow! There's only one explanation I can think of to make sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered a burn to his wrist, Dr. Watson... Find out next time.
It is only 15 minutes into the video.
Yeah.
How are you gonna do that?
Well,
bruh?
people had no choice 8-9 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
But out of these three choices, the only one that really makes sense was that he must have been already dead.
Oh my god!
No man could remain silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. Unless, like I said before, he really liked it. That's clearly impossible. Apart from one particular situation.
Counsel, are you suggesting... What the heck?
Yes, it's only possible if the man was already dead. Already?
Dead?
Knowing what we know now, it's the only possible explanation. Yeah, I love the determination on that pound. Like, Did sound kind of bad when I...
It did!
My grunt and the... You know, it's okay. It's okay. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Watson's table that day, the professor was already dead. That's madness!
Order, please! Counsel, explain this absurd notion at once. The victim was killed by a gunshot.
That's right! That's absolutely right, Your Excellency! This is just another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student! But clearly, he has no grasp of the facts!
Objection!
No, Professor Ouchie? Excuse me. No, Prosecutor Ouchie. It's you who has no grasp of the facts.
I beg your pardon?
I said it is you who... As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered that burn while at the restaurant, the whole case was turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet? Your Excellency, the court must hear from this witness again. If it's true, as we now believe, that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard, it's highly likely that Miss Brett knows something about it. Incredible. I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your luncheon engagement.
But Your Excellency!
The justice system in our country may be in its infancy. But rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I am prepared to pass judgment. Go ahead, Judge.
You do your thing.
You do your thing.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Uh-oh.
What was that smile?
Yes, of course. I mean, I'd be delighted to help. Especially if it helps relations between my country and yours.
Oh!
Miss Brett! You speak Japanese? But English?
It's implied.
Well, of course I do. I am studying in your country, after all.
But then, why have you been speaking through an interpreter until now?
My mother's tongue, the Queen's English, is the most refined and elegant language in the world. As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tones as much as possible.
Wow.
Okay. Bitch.
I don't know, I'll say it. This bitch. Ugh.
But it seems the men in this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of English gentlemen. So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to communicating with you all on your own level.
Oh! Well, you are the epitome of a true English gentlewoman. We are truly honored by this. This is lavish considerations you so graciously afford us.
Kiss ass! What?
Cough, cough. I see. In that case, Miss Brett, I will now ask you to testify in your own words about the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Watson. So we're finally going to hear her own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting, Ryunosuke.
Yep. You can definitely say that.
Things are getting very interesting, Ryunosuke.
Didn't mean it literally, but okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and hear about the victim's death.
Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burnt his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in the toast. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me. But of course, this country's inferior investigative properties probably wouldn't pick it up on it anyway.
Can I punch her? I want to punch her.
Yes, please. I mean, I'm against hitting women, but
I can punch her. I'm a female, so
yeah, I'll root you on. How about that?
Sweet. The most captivating and beautiful testimony will go down in the Supreme Court's history. Thank you.
Calm down, Judge. He ain't gonna do anything to you. Exactly, Rita.
Yeah, easy.
Easy does it.
I hope that this is the last time I will have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue. Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone.
Oh, not at all, not at all. It is delight merely to hear you speak, dear lady. Here, step on my balls while you're at it. And it seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant.
I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today.
The Minister of Justice?
May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible.
Amen. The hell?
Huh? Thanks? Wait, was that a prayer just then?
Well, you have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with the cross-examination for now. I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much. I'm sure I don't need to remind you, Counsel, that this will be your final cross-examination on this trial. If you fail to demonstrate any problems with this witness's testimony, I will be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear?
Oh yeah, I forgot he does that. It just sounds painful, but alright. Yes, Your Excellency.
Then you may proceed with the cross-examination.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Well, there is one thing I want to take a look at, and it's actually...
Is it the fourth statement?
I think it's the last one, actually.
Oh.
Where she says this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway. I mean, I do like in the fourth statement too. She's like, hey, if there is a trace, show me. The thing is, we don't really have any other way now. I'm just curious of her saying that it probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway. What makes her so damn sure?
Exactly.
Let's press.
We press on. Press.
Yes!
Inferior? What do you mean by that?
In the lands of the Great British Empire, the police store found everything found at the crime scene later for examination. But in this country, you investigate once, and that's the end of it. Isn't that so?
Quite right. Le Carnaval is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident.
Exactly. Which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost.
Excuse me,
Sir, you alright?
Hosonaga, I don't mean to alarm you, but there's a thing coming out of your ear right now, and I don't know if it's a medical problem along with you coughing out blood, but
You might want to get looked at.
yeah.
Have a doctor look at it. Oh.
It doesn't even occur to your native detectives to try to preserve the crime scene. I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can, you understand?
A killer blow! The lady is as formidable as she is beautiful.
Amazing! He's actually admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Ouchie is finally starting to see sense.
I very much doubt that.
Still, there's something about what Miss Brett just said. There was a moment before when something didn't seem quite right.
What do you think, Ryanosuke?
I think it's going terribly. No matter how much I press her, I'm not turning up any new information.
Yes, as I suspected. She's a tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony, or the cross-examination will be over.
But that would mean I have to find a way. There must be some clue somewhere to help us find a kink.
Oh, it's the thing in the armor.
Yeah, but okay.
You don't have to say if you don't want to.
I don't think that's how you're supposed to spell it. I could be wrong. Whatever.
No, that's actually how. Yeah, that's what.
It is how you're. Okay.
Yeah.
I learned something new then. Kazuma.
What, Ryanosuke?
There is one thing I noticed. Something's been bothering me.
Bothering you? You mean about Miss Brett?
Actually, no. About the person standing next to her. Inspector Hosonaga.
The detective?
Yeah. He seemed to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. I was wondering if it might be significant. If it might present an opening, maybe.
Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing on that last statement one more time.
If you think so, but
But this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of the detective.
alright then. I wonder what Kazuma's thinking. I'll find out soon enough, I suppose. Once I press Miss Brett on her last statement again. I love how the game's basically telling you, do this!
Yeah.
But you guys are going to see something a little new in a series that was introduced in this game, and frankly, I like it.
Yes!
I do too. I do too. Because it was introduced in Layton versus Phoenix, right?
Oh, that's right! Yeah, you are right. It was in that game. You know, that is like the one game in the Ace Attorney series I really don't know much about because I played it once for my LP and that was it. And then I never really talk about it, but I liked it for what it was. And I kind of wish they did more with it, but
Yeah.
still. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and skip some of this until something new comes up.
Wait.
So, okay, there it is.
Wait. Yes!
Ah!
There it is again! The detective's reaction is just the same as before. Why?
Up until now, the detective has been in the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the Englishwoman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity.
What do you mean?
When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down.
Oh, you're right. Look at him. He's lost in his own thoughts. Literally.
It's time to pursue the man and his train of thought. Sorry, that was a dumb joke.
I just wonder if people actually know what you're referencing there.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they know what I'm referencing.
Well, did they ever change, the opening?
don't
After,
think
the
so.
first or two second season? I don't know how many seasons the show had, so... childhood memories, though, for sure.
Yes.
Sorry? Pursue?
I'll explain how to do it now, Ryunosuke. It's all to do with the witness marker.
What marker?
At the moment, we're focused on Miss Brett, who's the person actually making the current statement. But by moving the marker left and right with you can turn your attention to the other people in the stand. While you're looking at the other witnesses, you'll be able to pursue them with A. If you can catch the person at the right time, you might uncover some new information to pursue. If you ever notice a strange atmosphere amongst the people on the stand, take a good look around.
Alright then. So first I should move the marker across with and focus on the detective. Then pursue with and see what's on his mind. Here we go.
Here we go!
Wait.
So, okay, boom. Go. What? Hello?
Is it
There we
working
go.
for you?
Yeah, now it is. I don't know why it was taking so long.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I guess it wasn't doing it for me either. I'm pushing right, damn it! But there we go. Oh, it even changes to pursue. Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Go! What the? What do you want?
Excuse me!
Oh, I love that.
Excuse me.
Then you get irritated, they're not listening. Excuse me. It's like, okay, sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to shock you. He really was lost in his thoughts, deeply.
It looked like you were thinking about something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say.
If there's something you'd like to say, please share it with the court.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? It's the delightful Englishwoman who's testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault of her testimony, then the cross-examination should be over immediately. Oh, is that how it works?
Absolutely not. The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness.
Yes! Not to mention the fact that he's intimately involved in the case.
Inspector Hosonaga.
Yes.
Do you have something to add in relation to the statement you just made by Miss Brett?
Well, yes. If you don't mind, I would like to speak.
Uh-oh.
The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain. Which is why I, Satoru Hosonaga, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless. What do you really mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see. I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done. A crime scene thief?
Uh-oh. Well, it looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there. Yeah, I mean, you're insulting the man who's next to you. Of course he's...
Yeah?
Like, what the hell?
Take this, for example. Is that? This is a bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago now. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, there's some left in the bottle. I can see it. One day our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming. I guarantee it.
I can't say I condone the witness's actions, but I do understand the sentiment. The court will accept the glass bottle of water as evidence.
Alright. Carbonated water the victim and Miss Brett shared on the day of the murder. It was on the victim's table, apparently.
Oh?
Hey, can we go ahead and just take a look at that?
Yeah. Where's the court? Oh, R. That's right.
So... Okay, I mean... Sure. It's water. Can we take a look at the water itself? Yeah, I think I can. So this carbonated water is the last drink Dr. Watson ever had.
It looks like there's a little left in the bottle, although it's just plain water now.
You know, I've been sweating so much, I'm absolutely parched. I'll just have a sip of this to keep me going.
No, Ryunosuke, you can't do that! For one thing, that's evidence. You can't go drinking evidence.
Oh,
You
no.
dingus.
You're right. We don't know what might be inside, do we?
You never cease to amaze me, Ryunosuke. In more one ways than one.
I wonder, could there be anything in this water?
What's the matter? You've gone quiet all of a sudden.
You know, I think I might just work something out. An interesting possibility.
Okay.
Wonder what he means. Alright, let's continue.
Miss Brett? Can you confirm this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death?
Yes, it was that bottle.
What was that about? She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered a judge's question.
Sorry, sitting up.
You're good.
Very well. Counsel, you may resume the cross-examination. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor.
Okay.
Calm your tits.
Now, going back, 'cause this is the same testimony she gave about the victim's death. And Danny, if you remember, you were talking about the fourth statement where, if there is some other way his life could be taken, show me. Okay. We just gained a new piece of evidence. And we just kind of worked out, apparently. Is there something else in that water? Could that have something to do with his death?
Was it?
Oh crap, I didn't present it. Damn it, it's X!
Yes!
Keep pushing all the wrong buttons.
What is this? The bottle of water?
Actually, there is one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. Obviously, I'm referring to poison.
You sure did.
Actually, you know what?
Oh, spoilers.
Yeah, if you guys hear a long beep right now, I do apologize. I just spoiled something.
Good job.
Yeah, whoopsie daisy. Poison? On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Watson drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside? Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from his glass?
Order! Order! Order!
And on that day, who was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to slip the poison into his drink? There's only one person who could have possibly done that. Giselle Brett! It was you!
Objection!
This is outrageous! To suggest such a thing without a scrap of evidence! You little rookie imbecile! Have you even considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now? Have you forgotten that we have only just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire? Have you even the vaguest inkling that your rash accusations could jeopardize the entire treaty?
Objection!
My throat!
Are you okay?
I'm good.
This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one individual's guilt with respect to one crime.
What?
The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We are here to determine the truth.
If I may.
I will silence you forever for this.
Bitch, what did you just say?
She said shut up.
It is you who should be silent.
Of course. Dear lady!
Where did that come from? She just snapped.
I'm afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. I offer my most humble apologies.
I'm sorry, my lady. To what are you referring?
I described your police force as inferior. But no matter how inferior that they may be, you still investigated this particular point thoroughly, I believe. The bottle, I mean, Inspector. And whether it contained poison or not.
Of course.
You did?
Have you forgotten what my guiding principle is already? I strive for a flawless investigation every time. I don't believe it! Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its contents.
And what did you find, Professor Inspector? Why do you keep saying Professor?
I think because you're playing Layton right now.
Yes.
I ordered tests for every toxin that's available in this country at the present time. We found no trace of poison of any description in a bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency.
What? Are you sure?
The tests were meticulously carried out by the chief coroner himself. No! No!
No.
No! Cosmo, no!
Sorry.
You're okay.
Oh, God.
I'm very grateful to all you Japanese. You successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you.
But of course, dear lady, the pleasure was all ours.
Julie Andrews wannabe. Girl, if you don't sit your butt down.
I was so sure.
This can't be right. Everything falls into place if he was poisoned. Thank you, Counsel. I think that cross-examination has clarified everything. As the prosecution have asserted, I shot... God, I didn't shoot anybody. As the prosecution have asserted, a shot to the chest from this gun is only the conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, the accused, who by his own admission was holding this weapon, is the only possible culprit.
I'm done for.
The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Brett.
Oh no. I'm just glad that the matter is solved.
Before proceeding, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Do you have any further new evidence to present to this court at this point? Oh.
Kazuma?
I'm sorry, Ryunosuke. I have nothing more.
Well, if you'll excuse me now, I really must be leaving.
Somebody save us! Oh!
Who was that?
Best girl!
Please wait.
What? Isn't that...
What is the meaning of this?
Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense.
Mikotoba? In my darkest hour, with nowhere left to go, she appeared like a bolt of lightning. And in her hand, she carried a small package wrapped in a furoshiki cloth.
Nice.
I don't know what the hell that is, but okay. To be continued. Well, what's good is that this is the last to be continued for this case. Like, it is going to be winding down soon. I mean, but I will admit, it is a long introductory case. But,
Yeah.
Wow. All right. That, it's good. Good. I lost my train of thought. I was like, what? I should just stop speaking. Anyway, next time, ladies and gentlemen, we will continue our case here and see what Susato has brought for us. Will it save our lives? Will it make things worse? I guess we'll have to find out.
Dun dun dun.
So, as usual, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time for Let's Play The Great Ace Attorney Adventures.
Huzzah!
Love you all so much. Have a great day.
Bye.